G'day everyone and welcome to another episode of Automotive Carnage. Today we're going to do another wonderful shed walk around. You all seem to be enjoying the ones that we did last week and the week before. So here we are in another shed that some of you may even recognize. We're at the Overtaking Lane guys shed and we're going to have a look around and see what their vehicles are. G'day boys, how's it going?
Good, good.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for inviting us around to have a look through your wonderful shed and your space.
It's a compact little space, but you know, we make it work.
Make it work. Well, it's a lot better than my space because you actually have a roof and doors, whereas I just have a carport and a dirt floor.
Yeah, true.
Awesome. So we'll just jump straight in. You guys have got a great selection of vehicles lined up here. I didn't expect to see a bunch of imports to start with, and there's some fantastic Aussie metal in the back. So yeah, walk us through what we've got going on here.
Well, over here we've got my R33. I bought this one in February last year, right before COVID. Flew down to Melbourne to buy this one. Right before that, a sale fell through of another one that I was looking at, but then this one showed up, and I'm really glad it did because it's super straight. Super happy with it. It's got a RB25 in there. It's pretty standard. Only minor little engine modifications. High flow turbo, 555cc injectors. Runs a Haltech computer. Basically everything in the suspension has been changed though. So there's a mechanical diff in there, full adjustable coilovers, it's all adjustable underneath, the sway bars and anti-roll bars and all that in there. That was owned by a drift instructor before I bought it.
No, that's very impressive actually. Like, this car sounds really well sorted. It's as straight as an arrow down the sides, which you guys will see soon in the B-roll, and you see it was owned by a drift instructor.
Yeah.
He was obviously very good at his job.
Yeah.
There is not a single kink in the panel work. It's fantastic. So what made you get the Skyline? Like, what's your appeal to them?
Growing up, Fast and Furious, I was obviously
yeah.
it was the movies I sort of got into, and that's why I got into the import scene basically, and hanging around friends at school. They were all in the imports, and then Dad was always in the Aussie muscle, but there was just something in my heart that said I needed to own an import. And
Good
once
man.
I had the opportunity to buy a Skyline and the 33, the shape sort of grew on me over time. Because at first I was like, oh, I don't really like them, but now it was like, yeah, they're just amazing, so I'm super glad I bought it.
It does quite often get the bad nickname of being a boat because it is quite bloated compared to the 32 or the 34 even.
That's why they call it the boat, isn't it? Right? We've got a shirt that says, with the picture of this on it, that says, "Welcome to the Overtaking Lane Yacht Club."
Yacht Club.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just did a tune on this one down at Nugget Garage. They tuned it for me, made 418 horsepower at the rear hubs.
That's pretty good, especially for being basic modifications on it as well. Nothing too serious, so still pretty reliable. And no, that's really awesome. All right, so what else you got going on here? I see an Integra.
The Integra. This was this just sort of happened.
Just sort of happened. Integra
Yeah.
just sort of happens.
There was Golby's parts up in Toowoomba. They were going to do a front wheel drive challenge or wrong wheel drive challenge, and we had to buy a car for $1,000, and we had a $1,000 car and a $1,000 budget. And we were going to go out and race them with the guy, a heap of different other channels and different workshops and stuff. We happened to pick this up. Young fella had about $3,000 on it, but he let us take it for $1,000.
Well, he's a generous fella.
It was pretty good. And the challenge never happened. So COVID happened, and the challenge never happened, and we've just had this Integra sitting around. So we ended up registering it, and the missus drove it to work for a while, and now we're just starting to do a few bits and pieces on it at the moment. So it's our current little project on the side.
Yep. So do you think that challenge will kick off again now that we're out of restrictions on that?
Well, if it does, then we're in trouble because we'll be probably wasting our budget doing other stuff. So anything we do to it at the moment will then count towards our budget, $1,000 budget. So there's like coilovers going in on it at the moment.
Yep.
Stuff like that. So we might throw a turbo in it. I don't know. We haven't really decided. We don't want to spend any money on it.
Yep.
And we were about to sell it. We were just going to sell it because we didn't know what we were going to do with it. But yeah, we got some parts, so we're putting it in now. So then maybe we'll sell it. I don't know.
Exactly. I mean, if you're going to go for a wrong wheel drive, at least you picked a decent vehicle to go with.
It's actually quite nice.
It is, and again, just like the Skyline, this one's really straight as well.
It's got some clear coat issues.
Yeah, what car doesn't in the Sunshine Coast?
Yeah.
I mean, Sunshine State. Sunroof as well.
Yeah.
Dash isn't cracked either. That's
No.
really cool.
It's got quite a
Yep. So bug eye model, which in my opinion is the nicest one. And then, oh, manual.
Yeah.
Man, this is tidy for $1,000. That bloke was rather generous.
Yeah, he was. So, and then, you know, it's even been down the drag strip. It's got a time slip.
Oh, yeah.
It was only a 16, so it was a bit average for it. We'll see how that goes later on.
Now, I've never actually legitimately been drag racing. How do you read one of these?
There's your quarter mile time.
Oh, okay,
down
you're
the
on
bottom.
this side here.
Actually, no, this was a 17. That was us there.
All right.
We ran a 17. We got beat by a Honda CRV running a 16. So that was
Yeah,
embarrassing.
that's a bit embarrassing. We'll just say they've got K series engines, so that's okay.
It may have also had a shot of nitrous.
It did actually, yeah. It did actually have a
Yeah,
shot
well,
of nitrous in it. Not
A shot of nitrous and it still only did 16.
Yeah.
That's a bit
That
embarrassing.
was part of our Honda World Series that we ended up
Yep.
taking these on. So this has been dirt rallying.
Yep.
So we did take it.
Any
dirt
good
rallying.
beater should be on the dirt and taking the thing around.
We're still waiting for Tyler to edit that video.
Ah, right here. It's probably going to be out before this one. So make sure you check out the Overtaking Lane YouTube channel because the stuff that they do over there is really awesome. A lot of events, a lot of live feeds as well, which we'll be jumping in later on tonight. Yeah, just some really cool local content.
Yeah, and then we got more cars in here.
This is a bit more what you guys will be interested in. We have a beautiful HJ. I'm still learning. I'm getting there. I got told off once because HQs don't have indicators up there. They're all in the bumper.
Correct.
Yes. Don't get that wrong on the internet. People will tell you about it.
Yeah, HJ. So a little bit different this one. So this one's also been on the Skid Factory.
Oh, rightio.
Yeah, so if you know Alan Woody at the Skid Factory, they did the engine swap in this one.
Oh, no way. There we go. So you've got some pretty serious gear going on here.
So it's LS1. Just a cammed LS1 really is not too much done to it. Just neaten it up.
Yep. They fit in there very nicely.
They do, and we sort of tried to make it look a little bit old school, and you know, they put the coils over on the side, and yeah, kept it looking that way. But at the moment, we're still running a 4L60E transmission, so which is, you know, everyone's seen the memes on the internet about how many neutrals you end up with running one of those, and this one's starting to give us a bit of grief. So so at the moment we need to do an upgrade on the transmission. We'll probably throw a turbo 400 in.
Yeah, go pretty basic and simple stuff.
Yeah, well, we'll get to it in the next one, but the VE runs a turbo 400, and we love it. So we'll probably run the same box.
Yeah, this is cool because a lot of stuff I play with now is covered in dirt and rusted out, and there's not much left to actually play with. So learning a lot from these kind of shed tours about engines that actually work, but you've got the modifications you guys have done to them to make them that little bit better and a bit spicier. It's really, really cool. So this whole trip to Queensland has been a real learning experience for myself anyway.
The idea of the LS in this was just for reliability. We take it to car shows, we film the car shows, we wanted to drive this there.
Awesome.
And just be turnkey, away you go. And then that was why we went LS, and we get 300, and this got over 387, I think, horsepower. Yep. Yeah, so
just enough to get up and boogie on the street.
Yeah, it's not too bad at all.
Excellent. So that is EFI, but it's made to look like a carb.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah, okay. That's a cool bit of kit. Well, that's really...
It's running E85 as well, so...
Oh, okay.
And really, nothing other than I like the smell of E85, and that's why I run E85 in it.
Yeah. No, excellent.
And we've just finished doing the interior in it.
I was about to say, what's the interior like on this one? Oh, wow, that's tidy in there. And I love the cage. That's not too intrusive either. Nice half cage. What's the choice behind the material there? That's really cool.
Yeah, the sparkle in it is actually because I just did a wedding in it, and the lady had a glittery dress.
Oh, okay, so that's not part of the material.
That's not part of it, but it's an orange houndstooth.
I thought you might be getting in touch with your fabulous side, you know?
Yeah, no. It's an orange houndstooth. So the GDS, they had like a houndstooth, black and white houndstooth pattern in them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And this one obviously coming with the orange.
Yep, excellent. And that BMN shifter is tucked away nicely. You wouldn't really notice.
Yeah, it fits really easy in there.
Excellent. Yep. What's the story behind this? This looks just as aggressive as the HJ.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry, did you just flick a light on for show lights?
Yeah, I did. It sort of started its life. It had pretty low cage. This is an 07, like it's still in pretty good nick.
Yeah.
For what it is. It's got about 90,000 Ks on it now, but it had very low Ks, and it sort of started its life as a show car.
Yep.
We used to get around to a lot of shows, a lot of mates who had VEs and stuff as well. Some really nice ones. They got all the trophies, but this is, you know, this the runner-up, I guess. But it changed its life. I sort of got it out on the drag strip and thought I'd give it a go.
Yep.
And the bug hit, and now its life is a drag car. So,
right.
But it's currently only NA. Last run on the dyno, so this is a 6 litre L98.
Yep.
Last run on the dyno, this got 480. Yep. At the hubs, but that was as a 6-speed manual.
Right.
I took it drag racing. There's some videos on our channel of that, me killing the clutch. Thinking I'm doing a track long power skid, but I was actually burning the clutch up.
Oh no.
And yeah, so we thought, what do we do? Well, I put another clutch in. Already had a heavy duty clutch and stuff. Decided no. Armstrong Automotive helped me out, and we put a Turbo 400 in it. Now, the Turbo 400 rated to 1,000 horsepower from Craig's Autos. We did that, or they did that. I was there filming more than anything, but they did it in a few nights.
Yeah.
So 3 nights before a major drag event, they had it out from manual, it changed to an auto, and best thing I ever did.
That's impressive work. 3 nights.
Yeah.
So a full conversion.
So there's a big story to it. So it was meant to happen months before, but we lost 2 gearboxes. So
oh no.
the first one got lost on the docks in Melbourne, and then the second one got lost by toll.
How convenient.
And then another local company, PJR, gave me a box that they had, which was exactly the same as the one I just had built.
Yep.
They'd already bought it before me, and they gave me their box to get me to the racing. And,
oh, awesome.
yeah, and they're still waiting for theirs now after all that time. So they're
far out.
yeah, so it was just very lucky that they did that for us.
Yeah, big story in that one, all right.
Yeah, there was a lot of people chasing it and trying to get it, and it still hasn't turned up today. That was like October last year. So.
Jeez, that's convenient.
Yeah, someone's got one.
Someone might have 2 as well.
But the Turbo 400 wouldn't get auto will soak up a fair bit of power, so it wouldn't have 480 at the hubs now, but it's honestly, it's a quicker car.
Yeah.
So it mightn't have as much horsepower as before, but it is hands down a faster car.
I suppose you're not wasting time getting through the gears and clutch in, clutch out.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, so it's never been a daily, but it was, I think it started its life as a work kit actually for a mob called JHP.
Yep.
In Melbourne, so this was like
awesome.
Bits and pieces, and then.
And you've got, in my opinion, the best looking front end as well, the Pontiac.
Pontiac front end, yeah. So JHP that had it, they originally from new, they sell those, so hence why it had that.
Right, yeah.
Bits and pieces.
Yeah. Definitely a better looking front grille.
It's a bit dirty at the moment. It hasn't been out for ages, so it hasn't been out for ages.
Have you seen my cars? This thing's spotless, man.
True. I know what you're used to. Look at my shed, it's all clean.
No, your stuff actually runs and works, and you've got a shiny floor, man. Come on. Well, there you have it, guys. That is a great little walk around of the Overtaking Lanes garage, and what an awesome collection of vehicles. You got your $1,000 beater, fantastic and very straight looking import, and then 2 of the most amazing Aussie muscle cars I've ever heard. The noise on the HJ, you can just feel it in your chest pulsating. It's absolutely incredible. And then the lump that comes in on the VE is just fantastic. So I think now it's getting a bit dark, but there might be a little bit more time. Just go out for a bit of a hoon in one of these. So being a Kiwi boy, I'm sorry guys, I've got to take the import out for a drive. Well, there we have it, guys. A full walk around of the shed and absolutely amazing drive in the R33 Skyline. First time being in the vehicle with a proper two-step launch control. That thing just sounds absolutely amazing. You can feel each bark as it pops as well. So amazing backfire on the deceleration as well. So thank you very much, guys, for letting us have a walk around. And yeah, I hope to come back again, catch up with you and see what's going on and happening. And
Now you've got to be part of our live show.
Live, that could be interesting. No, look forward to it. Thank you so much, guys. And we'll catch you lot on the next episode of Automotive Carnage. See you later.